Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
Yeah!
We got it! We got
New 52 booklet.
it! Somebody clip this one.
Welcome to Under Two Capes. I'm your host, Jared. That is Taladia. That is Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey.
You know, I think it's time that I'm feeling I'm feeling like I need to create some ripoffs.
Well, earlier today, at the time of this recording, we really ripped that Band-Aid off of Nick's past sins.
Oh, yes, we did.
My butt is still hurting,
So, and by the way, hello to you members who are getting this episode a day early. We love you guys. And by the way, if you're considering joining a member, one of the perks, if you're tier 2 or above, you get this content a day early.
Wow, fancy.
So today, this is actually going to be a really interesting one. Going back to Comics League roots, one of the earliest episodes of Under Two Capes that Lad and I ever recorded was we counted up Marvel versus DC ripoffs and came to a conclusion on who ripped who off more. Spoiler alert, back then it was Marvel. So I figured I got the crew. Let's do it again.
So I'm assuming the way we're going to determine who the ripoff is determine which character came first. So we'll be doing a lot of Googling to see just to kind of right off the bat. Aquaman is a ripoff of the Submariner.
Yeah, that's fine. But so yeah, we'll start. So yeah, Aquaman Submariner, yeah, because it came out way before then. I think Hyperion, Sentry, and Blue Marvel ripoffs of Superman.
Icarus,
the ripoff of Superman. The entire Squadron Supreme.
Yeah, those are the easy ones. But you also got the Hawkeyes,
Moon Knight.
Hawkeye, Green Arrow, Solomon Grundy, Hulk. Also, the big elephant in the room, Deathstroke, Deadpool.
Yeah, in fact, so let's do this. All right, so those are some off the top of my head, but we're gonna go through a little list here that I have from CBR.
Well, I would kind of just go through one from memory.
Those are the ones I have.
Well, I have more.
Okay.
I have more, so.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So Solomon Grundy, I think Solomon Grundy might have been first, but Solomon Grundy Hulk. Obviously, you have Quicksilver and the Flash. Trying to think here. Crap. I know there's more, but I feel like I'm putting myself on the spot.
Nova, Green Lantern.
Yes. Starjammers, Guardians of the Galaxy. Wait, they're both Marvel.
They're both Marvel. How is that Dr. Fate, Doctor Strange?
Yep.
Or as the amalgam is called, Doctor Strange Fate.
Also, Red Hood, Punisher.
Yep.
Also, Nightwing takes a lot of cues from Daredevil.
Yes, I could definitely see that.
I wouldn't call it a straight ripoff, but they're
not a straight one.
All right, pull up the list.
Okay, so this is a list from CBR. We'll go through a couple of them, but now what we're gonna
can you screen share?
I am. I'm pulling it up. Just give me a second. And okay, Deadpool is a ripoff of Deathstroke. Yes, I was about to say because I'm pretty sure the new Teen Titans series came out before Deadpool was invented.
About 10 years.
Yes, so I was like, yeah. DC's Bumblebee is ripped off the Wasp. That is true. That is true, 100%. By the way, so who would like to keep score?
Not
Claudia.
me. Not me.
All right,
I nominate
keep
Claudia.
score. I'll keep score. All right, Marvel.
I know, I can definitely say the Arrowverse version of the Atom is certainly a ripoff of Iron Man.
Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. So we got 1 and 1.
Oh, Atom and Ant-Man. Oh,
Give me
yeah,
1
that's
second,
awful.
Nick. Yeah, we're going through here. Hang on. Marvel Nova Corps ripped off Green Lantern. Yes.
Yep.
There you go.
Ding.
Intergalactic Police Force. Aquaman ripped off Namor. Yes. Okay, this is one for DC.
Yeah, because like Namor is like one of the original
Earliest
Marvel.
back when they were known as Timely Comics.
So like the first, like this was like Namor is older than Captain America.
Yeah, in fact, I think he was in the very first superhero fight. It was him versus the original Human Torch.
Yeah, like Human Torch. But it was like the rogue version. Which do you remember that the original Human Torch got a cameo in Captain America?
Yeah, I do. His suit did. Yeah.
Dr. Phineas. No, he was an android. Dr. Phineas is Marvel's creation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but his suit, the costume was in display in Captain America 1.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cat ripped off Catwoman.
Yep. I mean that's pretty obvious.
You literally cannot dispute that because they're literally the same character. DC Guardian ripped off Captain America. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's got to be a couple different Captain America ripoffs in DC.
Mm-hmm. The Guardian is simultaneously more boring yet slightly more logical version of DC's most patriotic hero. So I'll go with that. So this is this. Marvel is Thanos is a ripoff of Darkseid.
Agreed.
Okay.
I mean, if you just look at it, it's very similar.
If you look at it, but here is the thing. All right, so let me see here. Jim Starlin introduced one of their most iconic villains. 2 years after DC's plan ruling Darkseid arrived on the scene, the fact that they look most like isn't a coincidence. Starlin has always planned for the villain to resemble the New Gods. Okay, yep. If you intended that, sorry. I was about to say, the reason I hesitate is because I was like, well, power level, not. But yeah, when I read how closely they were like associated, I'm like, yeah. Swamp Thing is a ripoff of Man Thing. Okay. But you know what I love, Nick? I love how one of the issues of Man Thing's comic is literally called Giant Size Man Thing. I'm like, do you think someone in the office like came up and like, I don't think that was a good idea. The Sentry is a ripoff of Superman. Yes.
Also, I'm just gonna say this. Spawn is a ripoff of the Prowler.
He's a mix of Prowler and Batman, I think.
Like look at the Prowler's mask. It is very clearly the Spawn mask.
Mm-hmm. DC's Rocket Red is a ripoff of Iron Man.
Yep. Red Tornado is very much a ripoff of Vision.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. I'm keeping score according to the list real quick because it's easier for me to like see who came first and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeye is a ripoff of Green Arrow. Yeah. So far, Marvel is winning as the ripoff.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that like DC has like 20 years on Marvel because Marvel started in the 60s, whereas a lot of DC's characters relate to like the 40s and the 50s. So like, you know,
even
DC
the 30s in the case of Superman and Batman,
and a lot of other characters too.
Black Racer, Silver Surfer. I think they're kind of going off of looks here because Black Racer is not the same thing.
No,
like,
it isn't.
Yeah.
Black Racer is the embodiment of death. Yeah, I'm not counting this one.
No, I don't count this one as
Yeah, you have to be careful with these because they're going off of looks. I'm taking into account everything else as well.
Unless the look is like very clearly,
yes,
like I said, like a blatant looks like, for example, when I'm saying the Prowler. If you look at the Prowler, you can definitely see where Todd McFarlane took some inspiration from.
Yeah, where this? Yeah, he's the skier. but the rest of it like offsets that. I'm like, no, that's
It's
not a
a
ripoff.
stretch.
It's a stretch. Yeah, exactly. Marvel's a Bullseye is a ripoff of Deadshot.
No.
Really?
They're like, because Deadshot is a character that like primarily uses guns. Bullseye is dangerous because anything he uses, he's accurate with. Plus, Bullseye, so Deadshot is just a really good marksman. Like, he's human levels. Whereas Bullseye, it seems like he has kind of like almost a mutant ability for accuracy.
In that case, Nick, it's a lot of you. Do you agree with Nick? Because I do.
Like, you give Bullseye a paperclip, he can kill an entire room. You give it to Deadshot, he doesn't know what to do with it.
I agree with Nick. In some
And plus,
aspects,
I've never
because-
really seen Bullseye use guns. That's the thing.
I mean,
No.
I know that Bullseye has, when they did the Dark Avengers run, Bullseye was Dark Hawkeye, but you know that still makes sense.
It still
Bull-
makes sense. So I'm not
Bull-
counting.
And I'm sure if you gave Bullseye a gun, he could probably outshoot Deadshot anyway.
Mhm.
Bullseye used glass one point in the movie.
Yeah, he used glass. That doesn't count. So
Yeah, that's
thank
the thing.
you,
Like,
Nick.
yeah, exactly, Claudia. Because like Bullseye, he's accurate with anything. Deadshot, it's all gun.
Yeah, exactly. And that gets into my point that's the reason why I'm taking other things into consideration, because at first glance, at a superficial level, yeah, they're the same thing. But when you actually look into it, no, they're not.
I really wouldn't even really say superficial. Like, it's a very, very like kind of thing.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying from an outsider's perspective, they look like the same thing. But when you do the research, no.
I guess so.
Red Lion is a ripoff of Black Panther. Yes, I will agree on this.
I
Yes,
mean, look
I
at the
agree.
costume. Look at the costume. Like, dear God.
Because here's the thing. Okay, so Red Lion was like, I believe it was like a mercenary in Africa when the Justice League showed up. I'm going to count
All right.
this one.
Yeah. Okay. I
Can't
guess
respond.
it is. DC's like, hey, Marvel, can I borrow your homework? Yeah, just make sure you change one thing so they don't do it. So they just change the
Here
color.
we go. Wait. The X-Men are a ripoff of Doom Patrol.
Yes.
Yes.
Because Doom Patrol came
Yes.
out a year and a half beforehand.
And they're virtually the exact same thing.
And a few other things. Solomon Grundy and Daredevil Solomon Grundy and the Hulk are definitely ripoffs. I don't know which one came first, but they're certainly in the same. Solomon Grundy is DC's Hulk. Like he is.
I'll see if he's on the on one of the lists we go through tonight.
Okay.
Also, Quicksilver is definitely a ripoff.
Oh yes. Except here's the thing: he's like I call him the dime store Flash because he's not as powerful as Barry Allen or any of the Flash.
I think Quicksilver can like break the sound barrier, whereas Flash can break the speed barrier.
What were you saying, Taladia?
I agree. Like, the X-Men do rip off Doom Patrol, right?
Mm-hmm. So when you look at them, it's like
It's
they're
just-
outsiders because of their powers. Really?
And if you think about it, look, Professor X is like the professor in
Yeah.
They
The
both even
Union.
have telepathic powers.
Yeah. DC's
Yeah.
Imperiax is a ripoff of Galactus. I have to read this because I want. Is he really there to eat worlds? Imperiax. Imperiax is sentient energy that's just encased himself in a massive humanoid armor. He's Galactus on a more obscure scale, where Galactus is simply a leftover remnant from a prior universe that only eats planets. Imperiax destroys the entire universe in order to form new ones he's crafted himself.
I mean, I think it's close enough. Like the looks
Close enough. Yeah.
Close
Okay.
enough.
Like the stories are similar enough, and he looks similar enough that so I'm going to say yes.
The idea is that he's destroying a universe for his own benefit. So yeah, it works. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This one you cannot avoid because you know
No,
it's kind of
you
funny.
can't.
Lad and I did like a research into other Squadron Supreme members. Legit, they have a Black Canary, a Zatanna, a Hawkman, a Green Lantern, a Green Arrow. Literally every Justice League member.
I mean, they literally made it to be a Justice League ripoff, so it's like, you know.
Mhm. In fact, Grunwald, he's the one who wrote like one of the most seminal Squadron Supreme runs. What he had said was, what was indicated is that he had always wanted to like write the Justice League, but he couldn't. So he that's why he wrote the Squadron Supreme. DC's Zatanna is a ripoff of Scarlet Witch.
Okay, I didn't like. Okay, who came first? That's the question.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Because I feel like Zatanna's older, but I could be wrong.
I feel like she's older, so let me see. She was created in 1964.
And when did Scarlet Witch come by?
Come on, Wanda, show me where you're from.
I don't think X-Men premiered until 1965. So
64.
Ooh, but what months?
Okay, so Scarlet Witch came first. She was in March. Zatanna was in November.
But she isn't.
No. What was the first appearance? Because like I don't think she was in the first issue.
First appearance of Scarlet Witch is X-Men 4, March 1964. First appearance of Zatanna is Hawkman 4 in November of 1964.
The thing is that the time frames are so close together because you got to remember, like, I would say they're kind of created at the same time. So I think it's not as cut and dry.
Okay, so you guys just want to pass this one over?
Yeah, pass this one over.
Okay. Marvel's, yep.
Yeah.
Marvel's Thunderbolts is a ripoff of the Suicide Squad. Really? Oh, hell yes.
Because I know the Suicide Squad started, what, the 70s and 60s?
They started way before. The Thunderbolts are like a relatively new invention, like 2000s invention.
Oh, well, in that case, yes.
Because what had happened is that there was this new... they had done a new... Marvel had teased that they're doing a new series called the Thunderbolts, and they're like, this new badass superhero team. And then you found out at the end of the first issue that they're all bad guys in disguise.
Yeah.
And then it did turn into, and even Norman Osborn turned it into the team with criminals that can work off their sentences. So yeah.
I mean, I think the Dark Avengers, so.
Commander Steel versus Captain America. He's literally also wearing the flag.
But I mean, Commander Steel, I think he's more of a Colossus ripoff than he is Captain America. Because he's a person who can turn himself into living steel. I feel like he's more of a Colossus ripoff.
Okay, still counts as a ripoff, so there you go.
I mean, yeah. Either way it counts, but so, I kind of feel like he's more Colossus.
Yeah, that's fine. Checking the score, so far Marvel has 8 and DC has 7. Remember, the objective is to get a fewer score.
Okay.
And by the way, real quick, I just want to say this. If you guys have any characters that you think are a ripoff that we didn't mention, drop in the comments. If you guys agree, if you guys want to tear us apart in the comments for saying Marvel is a ripoff of DC, let me know.
Okay. Solomon Grundy first appeared in All American Comics number 61, October 1944. So Grundy came first.
So I'm sorry, Marvel.
Yeah. Sorry, Marvel.
Now we're at 9 to 7. So let's go through this list again. And to be clear, since we're going through multiple lists, if someone we already mentioned comes up, obviously we won't mark them.
Have we brought up Flash and Quicksilver? Like we put
not
that
yet.
On the scoreboard.
Not
Flash
yet.
obviously came first.
So 10 to 7, and Marvel is just racking them up. Let's see what's next. Moon Knight, Batman. Relatively the same idea.
I mean, clearly Batman came first. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I would say Darkhawk Batman.
Well,
no, we're comparing two characters.
No, it's a lot of you. We're comparing Marvel, DC in terms of the ripoffs, because obviously Amalgam is like all of them are ripoffs of each other.
And if we bring in other companies, that gets a lot.
No, I mean, because isn't that Marvel? What's it called? He's in Squadron Supreme.
Oh, Darkhawk. Yeah. We can count him, but right now, he's included in the Squadron Supreme thing. I basically just wrapped them all and just said that just counts as one, because otherwise it'll be like Marvel has like 80.
Plus, like, I don't want to count any Amalgam characters because those were intentionally made to be combination of characters, so I don't think they count.
Plus, they're combining DC and Marvel characters, so it's not like it's not a rip-off scenario. Moon Knight Batman, I will say yes, because one of the personalities of Mark Spector is a rich billionaire.
Yeah. I think it's not a 1-1 comparison, but they're very like Moon Knight was very clearly made and plus Moon Knight is the closest Marvel has to Batman.
Hawkeye, Green Arrow, we already talked about that one, so I'm not gonna. Oh wait, did we?
No, we didn't.
I mentioned it. Is it on the board?
I don't think so. So okay. 12. Okay, so wait, which one came first? So Green Arrow came first. Green Arrow came first because he was like before there was like Timely Comics, because I believe or like Timely existed, but the Marvel age hadn't started yet, so Hawkeye wouldn't be there. Namor Aquaman, we already talked about him. Already talked about Deadpool, Deathstroke. Already talked about Catwoman, Black Cat. There you go. I believe Dr. Fate came first.
Yes.
Yeah, because Dr. Fate was a Golden Age character. So
man,
yeah.
Marvel has really taken off with the score, 13-7. Vision, Red Tornado. Okay, that's one that you brought up, Nick.
Okay, who came first though? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, so let me do this.
I got it. I will
okay.
look it up.
I appreciate that, dude. Thank you.
Okay, Red Tornado first appeared in August 1968. Okay, so
and the Vision.
Vision first appeared. Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Vision first appeared in Avengers number 57, August 1968. Like, okay, this is. Oh my God! They premiered in the same month.
Oh God! Okay, I'm not counting that because you can't know. You really can't know.
Oh my God!
Wow,
that is crazy.
That is nuts.
Nuts.
So, for those of you who weren't paying attention, the Vision and Red Tornado literally showed up at the exact same time.
Jared, show my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Vision, first appearance of 1958, August, all right? Red Tornado.
Oh my God. That is unbelievable.
Wow.
That is insane.
That's the first.
That is weird. Okay. That was a good one.
Sorry.
I'm not counting that.
I just wanted to share my screen just so people can see, you know.
Winter Soldier and Red Hood. The fun
scroll up, I think you missed one.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Winter Soldier and Red Hood. Okay, this is another scenario where they showed up at the almost exact same time. Let me do that.
Plus,
hang on.
I feel like Red Hood is more of a Punisher inspired character. I don't know.
Well, what's their justification? It better not be they both came back from the dead.
Well, if that's the case, then Jean Grey should be a ripoff of the Winter Soldier.
Okay, so what they say, despite that the pair are vastly dissimilar, then why are you bringing them up as a ripoff? Jeez, no, I'm not counting that because their point of comparison is that they both came back to life with really dubious circumstances.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jared. So
yeah,
well, looks like we got another. Actually, I already counted this squad when I said the Doom Patrol.
Yeah, because if you start singling out, then it just kind of unravels.
Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do teams because it's the same thing. Thanos Darkseid already got that one. So far, let's check the scoreboard. In first place is Marvel with 13. DC with 7. Suck it, Marvel.
Wow.
So let's see.
Also, suck it, Warner Brothers.
Well, of course. Let's do...
let's see here.
I got it. Here are 7 characters that Marvel blatantly ripped off from DC. Let's see if we agree with them.
Okay.
Right, that became more popular than the original. Nah, let's not do that. Okay, so
I mean, to be fair, Deadpool is more popular than Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that one.
Has Deathstroke gotten a movie yet? let alone
No,
two
He
going.
would have. It's called the Ben Affleck Batman movie.
Oh, okay.
It's literally that.
Also, to be fair, I prefer Deathstroke anyway. So
Oh yeah, of course. Here's one. All right, top 10. Here's a list.
you know what fight that I actually do want to see? I
What?
want to see Deathstroke. Oh, Taskmaster. He like what do I like? I think he's a rip off. Like he's got to be a rip off of Deathstroke.
Let's just start with here, and then we'll do that one.
Iron Man and Batman.
No.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Nope. Literally,
They're both rich.
They're both rich and they use tech. Nope, not counting that. Very vastly different characters.
I mean, Batman does have Hellbat armor, but no.
We did this. The Hulk is not a ripoff
What
of Superman. What kind of
Okay,
list is this?
What?
A bad one?
Okay, Thor was partly inspired by Superman, but I'm not going to count this one because it's stupid. Nope. Wait, are these just best Marvel DC comics? Oh, this is just Marvel DC face-offs. This isn't rip-offs.
I mean, a Thor Superman fight would actually be pretty cool.
And the Batman Iron Man thing would last as long as Iron Man a Batman has to do stuff in EMP. Jeez.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure like Tony's suits are EMP proof to a degree. Like, come on, that's an obvious like countermeasure for him.
Yeah, we'll see. Because the problem with that is that I think Tony has too much hubris to deal with that. Because I've seen him get hit by EMPs all the time.
Well, what I will say, if there is a weakness, Batman will find it.
Oh yeah, he is Batman. He is Batman. Here's one. We'll try this. We'll do this and see if we agree with this. Okay, so Marvel's 8 pathetic attempts at ripping off DC. Let's see if we agree with these. Yes, we agree with this one. We agree with Green Arrow and Hawkeye. We already have it on the list. I'm not gonna go through that again. We're not gonna get through this again because that's
they're just doing the obvious ones.
Flash.
These are just the obvious ones.
I already handled this one with Squadron Supreme Justice League. We got this one.
Wait, well, yeah, man, Marvel has a lot of DC.
I'm gonna count this one because I haven't counted Gladiator yet.
Yeah, I would agree.
Ultron and Brainiac. That's a ripoff.
Oh, what about stuff like Almac or Brother Eye? Where do they fit in? I feel like Almac is a ripoff.
Hang on.
I feel like Almac Brother Eye is definitely an Ultron ripoff.
Okay, so
it's like they're ripping off the ripoff. Is how I would put it.
Okay, so first we have to establish who's gonna be the first one. I'm gonna look up to see who ripped off who.
Also, I feel like Ultron and Brainiac are different enough because Brainiac is a living being that catalogs stuff, whereas Ultron is like an AI.
Ultron does not catalog anything. Ultron destroys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm not counting that. I'm counting more on the Brother Eye, in which case that is Ultron. I have to give the ripoff to DC.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you want to say that Ultron was inspired by Brainiac, yeah, I could see that. But I don't think it's a straight up ripoff. I think it's not. His purpose
is way different than Ultron. Whereas
you can make the argument that Ultron was inspired by Brainiac. I think you can make that argument.
You could kind of say like maybe the Brainiac was that maybe even the Vision was a ripoff of Brainiac to a degree. But the thing is, when you look at the purpose of creation, Ultron most aligns with OMAC, and even though it pains me, I have to put a point in DC's corner because I am pretty sure because OMAC showed up in Infinite Crisis in the 2000s.
Yes.
So now it's 14-8.
Whereas Ultron goes back to like what the 70s.
Yeah. So exactly. We got this one. Red Tornado and Vision already got that one. Yes, this is really pathetic. Boomerang ripped off Cat Boomerang. Oh god, that they're not even trying with that one.
No, that's a straight up ripoff.
Sandman is the ripoff of Clayface.
Is it though? Because Clayface is made of clay, and Sandman is made of sand.
Well, not only
Okay,
that,
well, they are very similar characters, but their powers work very differently. Like Clayface will also like has a shape shifting, and Sandman is just made of sand, and they do fight very similarly. I think they're very similar, but they do diverge enough that I don't think they're straight ripoffs.
the problem with a lot of these lists is that they treat it too much like, or their powers kind of the same. It's a ripoff. It doesn't work. We've already mentioned Black Cat and Catwoman, Night Thrasher, and Batman. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to give Marvel another point for this one. Night Thrasher was a member of the New Warriors before we had Snowflake and Safe Space.
To be fair, the New Warriors go back a little while.
Yeah, that too. We already mentioned Moon Knight and the Avengers are not the ripoff of the Justice League.
I mean, first off, DC invented the whole superhero team with the Justice League was what, the 50s? I know the Justice Society was in the 50s.
No, but what I'm saying is that I'm not counting this either way, because here's the thing. They're vastly different teams.
Yes, but actually, I'll argue. I would argue they're ripoffs, because like the whole concept of both teams are, all right, we're going to take our top heroes, put them in one book, and they're going to be a team, and they're conflicting because of their personalities. I think the core conceit of each team is the same. Like, I will say, well, the heroes are different. The entire concept of the Avengers and the Justice League is identical.
The only counterpoint that I will give to that is that the Avengers let literally anyone with powers on the team, while the Justice League, you have to earn the right to be on the team.
That depends on the era, because like there's most, like, I think in the comics, you actually have to like I think in the comics you have to be actually part of the Avengers team. No,
but what I'm saying is that they let practically anyone on the Avengers team.
That's the MCU. That's not the comics though.
No, it is in the comics, because Ms. Marvel shows up. Oh, you're an Avenger.
Well, it's not. It hasn't always been the case. Especially if we're gonna go back to the 60s, like in the 60s and the 70s, like that run, it was like a team of people.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I'm still not kind of gonna count that, because even then, it'd be one thing if it's a team of gods.
No, I would argue that Marvel ripped off DC in that regard, because actually, I think it's actually been like, I think they've actually proven it. Like, there's been interviews where like the Avengers were created as a result of
it wasn't the Avengers, Nick. I know what you're gonna say. It was the Fantastic Four, because the story goes, yes, that Stan Lee story about him saying, why don't you do a book the way you want to do it? That's half of it. On the editorial side, they were more receptive to that book, because here's what happened. The heads of Marvel and DC played golf together, and the head of DC was like, hey, we got this huge book called Justice League that's really selling out. So when Stan came to whoever the head of Marvel was at the time and said, hey, I have this idea for a book about Fantastic Four. It's a team book. Say no more. Publish.
I mean, that just strengthens my argument, that like the Fantastic Four and Avengers are it'd
be more Fantastic Four, but okay, you know what? Fine. I'll put 17-8.
I don't really feel.
To be fair, we're going to do a list of someone arguing here are 15 heroes that DC ripped off from Marvel. Just to be fair.
Okay.
Just to be fair. We already counted Bumblebee and Wasp, but that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Aquaman, Namor, already got that. Except Aquaman's not a D-bag. But Black Lightning versus Electro.
I can see that. Because electricity powers.
All right. I'll put them in the DC column.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but I still count it.
It's close enough. Except one's a hero, one's a villain, but yeah, it's like I'll count it. Bronze Tiger, we already got that one.
Oh,
Commander Steel, we already got a variation of that. Still counts.
Okay.
Warblade and Wolverine, as a hybrid of DC and Wildstorm comics, Warblade has one mean reputation with the ability to alter his molecular structure and convert his body parts to organic steel. The comic character is bad to the bone. However, no matter how awesomely lethal he is, his powers are overshadowed by the claws that serve as his signature weapon.
I mean, if you want to talk about a DC Wolverine whip-off, you got Timberwolf.
Lobo.
No, Lobo is not a no.
In terms of attitude and stuff, because
no, that's like saying, oh,
let me finish. It's in terms of also the ridiculous healing ability.
No, they're way too different. No.
I would have to disagree with you, Nick. Timberwolf would be Sabretooth. Think about it.
Still works
Okay.
as a ripoff, so there you go.
I mean, yeah, but because they looks wise, Timberwolf does have more in common with Saber. Like he's almost like spot on ripoff.
I'm not counting this because I know a little bit more of the context for Warblade thanks to the Wildcats animated series. Not like Wolverine at all. If the justification is he uses claws, do you have any idea how many DC characters use claws? I'm pretty sure they're not a ripoff of Wolverine.
But the Timberwolf and Sabretooth is pretty.
Yeah.
I
put that on there.
Okay.
Silver Banshee. Who is she a ripoff?
Okay, who came first?
Banshee. Wait. Oh yeah, Silver Banshee. Yep.
Yeah, because the screaming powers.
Atomic Skull and Ghost Rider. I am not going to count this one.
Question: Would you count Banshee as a ripoff of Black Canary?
When did Black Canary show up?
I think she was as early as the 40s.
Yep, I'm counting that.
But did she have her canary cry in the 60s? That in the 40s. I mean, that's a question.
I believe so. Hang on, let me unshare my screen so I can look this up.
When did Black Canary get her scream? All right, I got Comic Vine pulled up.
She always has that? Its period also marks the moment the character is given her superpowers. Okay, so when she was on the Earth One's Justice League of America, she was vibed with the Golden Age heroes in the 60s. In these stories, there's retroactive establishment. She lives on a parallel world of Earth 2 in Ireland. Married to Larry Lance, and participates in annual team-ups of the Justice Society and the Justice League. So that's when she has the Canary Cry. So that's during the Silver Age in the 60s. But I just got to figure out, when is that?
Banshee was a founding member of the X-Men. So whenever X-Men 1 came out. Wait, was he? No. No, I think he... No, actually, I think he was... No. He was on Uncanny.
He was on Uncanny. Yeah, he was not a founding member of the X-Men. JSA, JLA team up 1960s. I'm trying to figure that out.
Banshee first appeared in X-Men 28 in 1967.
Okay. And Black Canary. Okay, so far it's looking like Banshee is one for Black Canary because she got her scream in the period when the JSA and the JLA were teaming up, and that was as early as the 1960.
And Black Canary, the character, dates back to 1947. So
we are now at 20-11.
Yeah, because Banshee's first appearance was in 67, and the timelines, it works out.
Not counting Atomic Skull and Ghost Rider. They were very different characters.
Oh, this one has a flaming skull. This one has a flaming skull. Rip off.
No. Stargirl and Captain America? How?
No.
How?
Just because, honestly, there are so many characters that were patriotic, stuff. You can say, oh, rip off of Captain America.
Particularly in the time period she's from the 40s.
Well, I don't think. Well, when did Stargirl first appear? Because I think she's a newer character. I think
I think she was a Jeff Johns thing, so I may be wrong on that.
I mean, Stargirl is in Justice League Unlimited. So
1999. I am incorrect, But the thing is like she was based off of Starman, who wore the Star Spangled Banner. So I'm like, nah, I'm not counting this. She's not even a super soldier.
Yeah, like Starman is a Golden Age character.
We already handled Scarlet Witch and Zatanna. We already got Swamp Thing and Man Thing. I refuted this. He is not the same. The Black Racer is not the same as the Silver Surfer. He's not in the Herald. Red Hood and Winter Soldier. I would say more Red Hood Punisher. We already counted. I believe we already did that.
Yeah, we did.
So
okay. Nick,
by the way, no. Talking about like Starman first appeared in April 1941. Captain America appeared in March 1941, literally a month beforehand.
Yeah. This next one. Okay, so we did Red Hood Winter Soldier. Number 2 is going to infuriate you, Nick. You ready? Bane and Venom. I'm like, what?
What?
I
love how we even had the same pitch. We had the same pitch there.
Yeah, what they said is because Bane takes a drug called Venom. What the? You're an idiot.
They'll let anyone be a journalist these days, I swear.
This is the stupidest list ever. To quote Comicstorian, they say it's maybe to have a bad list. Well, when the people goes, I don't know who wrote this list, but that person's an idiot. This next one I agree with. Black Spider and Spider-Man.
Yes.
He even quips. He web swings and he quips, and he's wearing a spider suit. That counts.
I'm not even aware of that character, so.
He was in an episode of Young Justice.
Yeah.
So the final tally, I don't want to go through the list, is Marvel 20, DC 12. Really? That is interesting there. It's almost like DC, it's like DC has the blueprint.
And people have the nerve to claim Marvel is the house of ideas.
Yeah, if anything, a lot of like half of their ideas are stolen from DC.
No. I gotta do this bit. House of ideas? More like house of ripoffs, am I right?
Yes, you are right. You are right, 100%. So, Taladia, what do you think about the fact that Marvel has mostly ripoffs of DC?
It's not surprising. Marvel has always ripped off characters from DC. I'm not surprised.
It doesn't hurt. Here's the one sympathy point I'm going to give to Marvel is that Marvel came after DC. So there's the period of Marvel that everyone thinks of when they think of Marvel. In other words, the 60s and beyond. I mean, when you come after another company that's directly a competitor, you're going to be inspired by them. So I'm saying I get it. A lot of these were freaking blatant. I'm going to bring up the one Squadron Supreme panel that literally infuriated me. You ready?
Go on.
Yeah.
All right. This was Marvel Squadron Supreme. It was War of the Realms.
I got a question for you.
Wait, real quick. Look at this design for the Squadron Supreme. I'm going to download the image so I can have this properly. But look at this image and tell me, like, what's going on with this, because I get the feeling you guys are going to have the same reaction I did. All right. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Look at Power Princess. Look at that.
I wouldn't be surprised if DC was like, hey, get DC took one look like, all right, call the lawyers.
Particularly this one.
Oh, come on.
This is the worst one. This is literally the worst one because I'm like,
that is like straight up a Wonder Woman suit. Like that is like straight up.
Guys, this is straight up ripoff of New 52 Wonder Woman.
Legit, I showed my mom this, and at first I led with, take a look at this character, at this design that Marvel ripped off from DC, and she goes, well, they're always going to do that, Jared. I show her this, she's like, oh. Like, I get that this was kind of the intent of the event, which was turning Marvel into DC, but this is just like, wow. Like that.
Oh
yeah.
my god! Like, okay, no, you gotta freaking see this, bro.
Okay. Share screen.
Like okay. So I searched Wonder Woman black costume. It's a cosplay, but like, look,
it's literally that, except without the stripe going down the center.
Like, look at that! Look at that!
Yeah, I know. Hey, DC, can I copy your homework? Sure, only if it doesn't look like you copied my homework.
Now, sure. Like, wait. This is official.
That's a black and white print. I don't count that.
No, it's black and gold. Wonder Woman black and gold.
Yeah, but black and gold. But I don't necessarily.
No, it's a slideshow collectible.
Yeah, but you see what I was talking about? That's the one example where I'm like, are you kidding me? And in fact, you know, it's kind of funny, Taladia. We were on like MME one night, and I showed this to the guys, and they were like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm finding examples of like the exact same costume.
Oh, there's the one of Gal Gadot.
Oh yeah, we love Gal Gadot. That'd be funny if I'm telling you, Gal Gadot plays Power Princess, Henry Cavill is Hyperion. Hey, we got it.
I mean, that's clearly AI art.
So, yeah, that's the example in my lifetime as a comic book collector. Where also, like,
yes,
what?
Like,
but let me ask you guys this while we wrap up. Who's your favorite ripoff of Marvel to DC or DC to Marvel? We'll start with Marvel to with a character Marvel ripped off from DC.
Character that Marvel ripped off from DC. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Deadpool.
I'm gonna go Century ripping off Superman.
That's true. That's a good one. I like him. He has some pretty solid stories that we may be covering for book club.
I'm gonna say Hawkeye.
Okay, yeah, he's a pretty cool character.
Like at least their personalities are different enough.
Yeah. Hawkeye is not as much of a ladies' man as Oliver Queen is. No.
I mean, Hawkeye. Like, I don't know about the comics, but the MCU. He's the family man.
Yeah, in the comics, he's a little more promiscuous, but not to the level as Oliver Queen. What about you, Talal? You already said that. So now let's go. A character DC ripped off from Marvel. Mine's Aquaman.
Mine is I would have to say Imperiex.
Mm. Okay, cool. Basically, DC's Galactus. How about you, Nick?
That's a little bit harder because like the pool's a lot more limited. Kind of name some ones that DC ripped off.
Okay, so let me see here. Let me pull up a list again. Hang on. I have to find that list again. Well, in terms of DC, okay, so let me find that. Okay, so we've got like Bumblebee to Wasp, or Wasp Bumblebee, Namor to Aquaman, Electro to Black Lightning, Bronze Tiger, Black Panther, Commander Steel, Colossus.
I liked Commander Steel in the Arrowverse. That was pretty cool. Like,
actually, you know who's my favorite? You know who's my favorite character that Marvel ripped off, that DC that Marvel actually no, because I was gonna say Black Canary, but she was the one ripped off of.
Also, I will say, I actually kind of like Black Cat more than Catwoman. I like both of them.
Oh,
I like the dynamic between the Black Cat Spider-Man dynamic. I honestly think is more engaging than it is Catwoman Batman.
Thank you.
Lying.
I was waiting for that one, but you're allowed to be wrong. I got one.
I like both characters. I'm not saying Catwoman.
I got mine, Zatanna.
You stole my pick.
We can have the same pick.
Okay.
You know what?
It's
You know what I
Zatanna.
really like about Zatanna is
What?
how hardwired in the DC mythos she is. So she is the daughter of Zatara, who was actually in the comics with Action Comics, like in the original the original
He
Superman
was,
Action
yeah.
Comics. And not only that, but Batman learned his escape skills from Zatara.
And that's how they retcon that they actually grew up together. Yeah, I do agree with you. She's like the Forrest Gump of DC. She and like her namesake have been like so ingrained in DC that people really don't realize it. That's the really funny part.
Yeah, she's a really, really great character. You know what? You know what? Like team up book I would do if I could. Magic and Zatanna.
That'd be interesting. Do you know what team up book I would do? Black Canary and Zatanna. Call it Back in Fishnets.
Really?
Yeah, that'd actually be really fun. All right, do you want to see a really weird costume for Zatanna? She had this one that had a cape. Is it the 90s one? I'm trying to find the costume because it's odd. Oh, okay.
Now, I swear, if I ever write like a Marvel DC crossover, there's gonna be an issue where John Constantine just shows up to the New York Sanctorium, and Doctor Strange is like, "Please leave." And he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Please put that back."
Yes, exactly. As he's walking away, Doctor Strange turns, put it back, and then Constantine's like, "Bloody hell!" And he just leaves like.
And that too, and he's like. Whoop.
Yeah, by the way, so here's the weird costume for Zatanna.
It's not terrible, but it looks
I don't like the headgear. This I don't like.
That does not look like Zatanna, honestly. It looks like a discount Raven.
Yeah, so by the way, so that was from the story Identity Crisis, where there was like a murder investigation. And the funny part is, so that panel is from when they start. So their basic plan to take care of the supervillains is they're going to mind whammy them and make them good citizens. So Batman walks in on them doing that. Then they go, "Sorry, Bruce." So they have to mind whammy him to forget it. And then even Wally West is like, "You don't do that to Batman. We're screwed." And then guess what this would lead to? Batman creating OMAC and Brother Eye.
They were screwed.
They were screwed. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't do that to Batman. No. And when he found out, it's kind of funny when in the Grant Morrison Batman run, he needs the Justice League for something. So he goes to Zatanna, and he goes, and Zatanna goes, "Why come to me, Bruce?" And he goes, "Well, I needed someone I could trust, and there was no one else available." So I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. So on that note, I think that's a good place to leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Become a member and you get these episodes a day early. I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible with these. But then again, I record and upload a lot of content. So just bear with me, guys. You will get early content. And we will be starting up soon the book club. I'm just ironing out the details. And then so this is going up. Well, for the members, this is going up on Thursday. So, any members that are watching this tonight, we have our first members only live stream. So that'll be really fun. And I'll make it like anyone can watch it, so that it acts as an advertisement for my membership. So there you go.
Ooh, okay.
And I've begun the process of designing Comics League merch. So that's gonna be dope. I plan on having like a hoodie. You know the hoodie I have that has the Justice League emblems on the sleeve. I'm gonna have one sleeve's gonna say "Stay" and the other one's gonna say "Heroic." It's my little catchphrase I say at the end of every episode. So Comics League merch is inbound. We'll do some raffles. It's gonna be really fun. So also share this with anyone that believes that Marvel's the house of ideas. So there you go. I like that, Nick. Nick, I got it. The house of other people's ideas. There you go. There you go. There you go. So in the meantime, I'm going to go around. Nick, where can we find you and what have you got coming out?
Well, you can find me on the site formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. Just search the Phoenix Press. YouTube, just search the same. I have a really busy docket up for tomorrow. By the time this goes live, I will have done a Nintendo Direct stream. I'll be doing the Thursday Night Frenzy because I got a con this weekend. I get to meet some really cool people, sell a lot of comics, you know. And then I got the Spider-Man live stream where these two will be helping me navigate things. We're having a Halloween party in the game. So if you want to dress up and show up to the live stream, by all means, please do.
So, Taladia, where can we find you and what have you got coming out? And by the way, if you want to see the most hilarious moment on Nick's channel, go watch his reading, his part 2 of his readings of Sins Past.
Yes,
it's the funniest thing in the world.
I'm surprised you haven't. I'm surprised you haven't clipped the moment yet.
Oh, I'm waiting. You have to wait for the opportune moment.
Yeah,
and by opportune moment, he means as soon as we're done recording this.
Probably tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow. You wait and see. You'll have to wait and see, Nick, what we got planned.
Oh, trust me, Nick, it's gonna be really fun. The lesson of this is don't go to war with me. So.
Or with us.
Or with us, yes. So, Taladia, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Where can we find you? What have you got coming out on your channel?
So you can follow me on X at Taladia Plays _
Because Taladia wants to give it to you.
Get him out.
on
at X at Taladia Plays _ and you guys can follow me there. I do a lot of coverage for gaming and stuff like that. And on my YouTube is at Taladia Plays. I have got members only members only video, exclusive videos coming up. I'll be doing the recording this weekend, posting it on Monday. I got collabs with Sil Abdul on Monday. I've got on Wednesday is the Super Wonder New 52 series with myself and Jared. We've got that. And on next Tuesday, is the Batman Arkham streams. So that is and Jared gets to criticize me about my Batman gameplay, as always, as the first time he did that, he criticized me for it.
But by the way, Nick, you should have been there. The way I critique, because Taladia kept punching air.
Yeah.
What did the air do to you? Like, Taladia? What did the air ever do to you?
I know. That's what I'm wondering. That's a good question. Apparently, Batman is angered by air now.
Calm down. It's just remember, I'm used to the Batman Arkham Knight gameplay. But anyway, I also got this Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales live stream. Going to be doing a live stream on Sunday, this Sunday, and I'm going to continue on from where I left off. But I will be live streaming for all the viewers, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for having me on, as always.
Anytime, brother. So as for Comics League, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Taladia. You were gonna say something?
And also make sure you like this video. Become a member of Jared's or mine. You know, you could be a member of each. We don't mind. And
I'll put
support
a link to all of our stuff in the description of this.
And also make sure you get Nick up to 500 subscribers because he's got to read one more day. So please do that.
If you thought last time was good, this is going to be even more. Because you know what's kind of funny, Nick? Here's the best part of you going to one more day, because you literally told me that the Peter and MJ dynamic is like the only thing making Sins Past tolerable, and one more day is literally the book where they ruin that.
Slightly tolerable.
Slightly. But here's the funny part, Nick. One More Day literally takes that Peter MJ dynamic and rips it apart. So
like literally those interactions were my only respite. Like those are that was my only respite.
And you're gonna lose that respite. You're gonna lose that respite.
I'm just gonna burn down YouTube, I swear.
So
on that note,
as for Comics League, For movie night this week, we're talking Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be my first time watching it. I'm really excited. And in terms of Comics League Dark, it's not going to be like a news episode. It's going to be more of an interview thing. So live at 11:30 p.m., I'm going to be discussing, I'm going to be hanging out with the writers of Boobs of Steel to talk about their book, their experience in the industry. It's going to be really fun for that. On Monday is Super Wonder Legacy, where Britt and I discuss the misconceptions of Super Wonder. And by the way, again, if you're a member, you get that a day early. So everything you get a day early. I'm still debating. I'm still thinking I may not still do it at 3 p.m. for the the members, since it's only you guys are going to get it. So I really don't have to worry about like getting it when you're on YouTube. I'll just send the group chat. I'm still establishing how I'm going to do the 1 day early thing. So, and what else? Okay, so for Indie Wednesday, for Talati, for Talati's suggestion, I'm going to cover a couple old Halo comics. I think that's a great idea. I got plenty of them to cover. I covered a few of back in the day, but there's still a good portion I haven't. So I appreciate that Talati. I'll do that.
No problem.
By the way, shout out to the to the members, Taladia, David, Martha, and Jenna. So on that note, everyone.
Did you just say Martha?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Wait.
Why did you say that name?
I mean, if there was ever a more appropriate time to drop that,
I may have to drop that at the end of everything then, because I'm going to have to give a shout out to my members every stream. So on that note,
I mean, there's worse things in life.
Like, comment, subscribe, stay heroic. And by the way, let us know how, if you're angry that...
Wait, one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Super Wonderful Life. That's it.
Drop in the comments, share this, let us know who you think is the bigger ripoff, and if Marvel is really the house of other people's ideas. So stay heroic, guys. We'll see you later.